provide free meditation instruction on a weekly basis to people throughout Central. Switzerland, Brisbane, New Zealand, and then points everywhere. And so it's been really wonderful to have your support to make that happen for them. They wouldn't have received these instructions without your support. So thank you for that. And then today, Lama Karma will be teaching from the prayer that you have there. And I think maybe, I think maybe he also could be asked to give the reading transmission for this. So we'll see if we can't arrange for that to happen as well. In addition, this afternoon at 2:30, there will be a refuge ceremony followed by the Amitabha empowerment. And so if you would like to attend, you certainly can. Also, tomorrow morning, part 2 and part 3. Part 2 will be tomorrow morning of the program on the Bardo, starting at 10 o'clock. Our usual meditation instruction that happens at that time will also be happening downstairs. And then in the afternoon, starting at 2, will be part 3 of the program. And so if you have any questions, you can check at the front desk or ask Chuck or myself or any of the volunteers, and they'll help you. And once again, just thank you so much for enlivening this beautiful space and helping us bring Dharma to the community. So thank you. It's customary to stand when the Lama enters.
Good morning. Like we did last night, 4 minutes meditation, thinking that today and tomorrow session is for the benefit of all sentient beings to achieve enlightenment, and with good motivation, and please rest in compassion and bodhicitta meditation. And in order to arise authentic compassion, bodhicitta, it is only could arise best on or through the blessing of our gurus, root gurus, and lineage gurus. Therefore, please chant the lineage prayer together. Page 3. Ando jen chan jen de lo na ro da mama me la che je ga bo ba de zwan je da kan je ga ma ba je je ban de na da de da za za ba de bra zo sa la ja ja che la na nye de Nyamendo ga tabo ga jula sawande lo ga jula mana jubande no mandra jela Jela Yega yema nema jela maganje poison ye mengande longe bela and the Lama so ona no senje damje namje lana meba yon doba dobo sonje je kongwa rumbo chala chine jem gebra cha tewe che to tamba chindun so yende zende danyo ze je ba cha wa nyamba tamba chongje jo do to ji ba rumbo che salto te sembra she tela gonzemba zo once again, please generate bodhicitta. I'm thinking that today's session, the teaching and listening is for the benefit of all sentient beings to achieve enlightenment. And before I forget, hi, Zoom people. That's something I forgot last night. So, hi, Zoomers. And so the last two chanting I just have chanted was the first one, Lama Rinpoche, we chanted during the time of 49-day puja of our Guru, especially for me, is someone spiritually a teacher and also someone was a substitute of my parents because I came to US 1997 and so Rinpoche took under his wings and did 3 retreat under him and so very special to me, Kembukanta Rinpoche. And my biologically, do you say biologically, my uncle, relative. And sometimes I think about my life and maybe my highest accomplishment is that he didn't kick me out, you know, making mistakes and, high and lows, but he never let me go. And there's compassion and finish my life with him successfully. And so during the 49 days, we did this Lama Rinpoche prayer. And because our topic today is the Bardo, or the different types of Bardo, and it is very much related with our teacher, Kim Rinpoche. And when he passed away at age of 96, and he was in meditation for a week, and then have cremated and produced we call tata, and some of us fortunate to have some of his piece of bones, and recently my wife, she had a piece of bone on her shrine and generated more than the piece of bone of relics. It's and even though it's been like for almost 5 years, it will be 5 years in October, but these are the relics of achievement. And so we will cover a lot about, his life through the teaching today. And today's topic of the teaching is uh, the root verse on the six Bardos. And also titled as Awakening the Mind in Life and Death. Life and at Death. I really like the topic very much. And so before I go into details, I would just give you the reading transmission and something you could chant in the future. And then we can go through the explanation. Bado droge zaze je zawa yoso jema dala jine bado chadun chela lo me le lo bonze tuzon gonzon ma ye long la jo non sa long long gozon ngire zo mulu lenche to bu tu chen yima la la de bu tu ze me jema dala milan bado chadun de tumu ronya pa mi bonze ne chemba yime ne lu ngong lan jo Malazan ne Drodhul Vesa Jo Tundro Yenda Nyawara Madzeje Nyedun Nezon Rimba Nyaleje Jema Dala Sonde Bado Chadunda Noyin Treba Tsona Panze Yemin Zimi Tada Ngolan Jo Jizo Nyela Temba Tobraza Zawa Pone Tseje Gondunda Nyemun Treba Wanda Madonje Jema Dala Cheka Bado Chadunda Kalan Jazan Jenze Bonze Ne Donga Zaba Ngola Mayen Jaron Jeme No Kuyen Zobun Duze Shatra Ludon Dala Ke Mata Jema Yemba Shibraza Jema Dala Chuni Bado Jadun Da Kalan Hondran Jino Bonze Konsharo No Rebrango Jenja Pado Nonza Yembra Shibata Tenchin Gala Dobo Tuje Warono Hitro Sola Manje Jema dala ziba bado jadon dan damba tseje sanla zonze ne zombo leche trola nenje te. Nga go gane rolo dimbraza nyeru tano gubo tuje ye meser ponla lama ya yongo chewa wanya mebo lorenbo temi tsende jawa dudu. Tare tono jena hinde do gungo sheba tombe la ju ye tata nye da la chu maze do tuche lama shanen dege so. Lama danga sen lama jana ronga ronye lawa manjora bado tudu je zaden. And also, you can chant with melody. This is a special melody for Shito. And I will chant once and then we go through explanation. Jimandala jine bai du jadun de tsela lume le la panzen. Tuzan gonza mai long lan ja nonza long long go zong en ja. Mula len je do be du je de yema long la de be du je. Jema dala mela bai do jadun de demero nya bai me bonzen. Temba yeme ne le ngala ja mela zone dre je vezai. Tendro jende nya wa ma de je nye dong zon de be nyale. Jema dala zode bai do jadun de no yen drba to no bonzen. Yemen zeme zai de ngala ja je zo nye la de ba de bra. Tawa Bone Je Gonde De Nyamo Traba De Madon Jema Dalai Jegrava Do Chadu De Kalai Chasa Shin Ze Bonde Dangwa Zava Ngoy Lama Yen Jarore Jeme Nai Ge Yenze Duje Jara Lu Da Dala Ke Meda Jema Yen Ba Shiva Jema Dalai Shuni Bai Do Jadu De Kelang Ondra Je Na Bonde Anjarana Re Ba Ngoyen Ja Pado Nanze Yen Ba Shiva Tenchen Gala Do Be Duje Ya Rono Shidro To La Manje Chema Dala Zuba Bai Do Jadu De Demba Tse Je Sen La Zanze Zombo Leje Dro La Nenje Te Ngago Chana Ngago Kane Ru Lo Tembra Nyere Dano Gu Be Tuje Ye Meze Bon La La Ma Ya Yang Chewa Wanya Me Be Lore Bo Demi Jinde Cha Wa Du Tare Dono Je Na Jinde Je Gungo Shiba Tan Be La Ju Dada Nye De La Je Me Je Dan Tu Je La Me Sha Ne De Ge La Me Dang A Se La Ma Ja Na Ranga Ro Nye La Wa Men Ju Ro Rang. And this is Terama, which was discovered by this uh, well-known Terama master, Karma Limba. And of course, this was hidden by Guru Pema, or Guru Pema Sambhava. And so in Guru Rinpoche's teachings, Guru Rinpoche prophesied all of his treasure founders, or Teoten in Tibetan, and including Karma Limba, and said that in future degeneration time, and there will be a lot of misconducts, and also a lot of wars, and no instructions, and a lot of individuals have a lot of doubts in Dharma, and goes take rebirth in the hell realm, and in order to benefit for them, I, Guru Rinpoche, written this Pado instruction, and hidden in the Gambo mountain. That's a Gambopa, the mountain, Gambopa, Tala Gambo. And at that time, there will be my spring hot sun will arise, and his name is Karma Limba. Someone is very brave, and he will be discovering this. And this master has immense qualities, and he will be as a yogi. My cat's name, Yogi. I was talking about, my cat's name Yogi, and whenever I say teaching or something, at my home, sometimes talk about Yogi, and he comes like meow. So today I don't hear him. So it does say Yogi, known as Kama Limba. And he will be in yogi form and not in monastic form. And at the age of 15, and all the auspicious will gathered, and then he will be the circle of teaching of Shito, and also other teachings from this mountain. And in the future, this will benefit immensely. I think I did say the six Pado root text, but it says all the Pado teachings, which includes this root text, and it has all kind of teaching of that. And now with the Pardo or text, it says the root verses on the six Pados from the tema of Kamalimba, and the first. There are six pados. The first pado of birth, and second is pado of dream. Third is pado of samadhi or concentration. Then fourth is pado of time of the death. Then fifth is Pado of Dhammata or Pado of suchness, and the last is Pado of becoming or Pado of rebirth. And so these six pados also the quintessence of Guru Rinpoche's teaching, and the first is the Pado of birth. Basically, we are in Pado from the time of we were born, all the way to the death, and also take rebirth. So basically, everything is in Pado, including even right now. So the first Pado is the Pado of birth starts from the time we were born up till death. And the verses or the root text says, Kema. Kema is an exclamation word, basically more like a sadness, or like, saying that now, when the Pado of this life is dawning upon me, upon us, I will abandon laziness for which life has no time, enter undistracted the path of study, reflection, and meditation, making perceptions and mind the path, and realize the three kayas. Now that for once I have attained a human body, this is not the time to remain in the ways of distraction. Another word that we have to make this life very meaningful, and in order to make our life meaningful, it is not about regretting what happened in the past, and whatever happened, it's about to refresh, restart right now or today. And last night when we talk about daily practice, and when you wake up in the morning, instead of rushing to do things, simply sit on your bed and meditate few minutes, maybe until your mind is clear, your mind is feel more uh, um, calm and more flexible, and that's what I do every day. And if I look distracted, it's not my fault. It's samsaric fault. Samsara's fault. And someone like myself, as I expressed yesterday, very, very emotional. And, when you wake up in the morning, like you just worry about something. And when I, if I just get up with such a worry in mind and then become very sensitive, very moody, but I try to don't move, just do meditation and try to research, try to analyze why you are worrying about. And I find nothing why I'm worrying about. Uh, really, I really find nothing why I'm worrying about. There's a sense of fear and worrying, but I don't know why. So that's why it is so worth to sit down and meditate. That was one of our talk last night, and consider homework for any practitioners, whether you are Buddhist or not. I think we all go through same mental patterns, especially this. The first part of birth clearly states that. Kema means, sad if we waste our time. Now, when the path of this life is drawing upon us, we are already in this path of birth. I will abandon laziness. So there's no room for laziness, for which life has no time, because time never waits us. And if we waste one morning and then that time does not return, we are totally wasted. And so, how can we utilize our life? Then the next stanza says, enter and distracted the path of study about Dharma, study of your mind, study of compassion, reading books. Not only that, then reflect upon the meaning of that study. And we may read a lot of books and a lot of informations, and information does not abandon our negative emotions. So when you reflect upon such as impermanence or meditation, and then you third is and meditation, and you meditate upon them, because sometimes the practice, uh, you know, uh, not always the case that you have to do like years of practice and then you're waiting for something. But sometimes if we sincerely pray to three jewels and your guru, and you may have some click. When I said click, uh, uh, while you meditate upon impermanence, and then there's a sudden kind of understanding, wow, everything is impermanent, including my mental affective emotions. Why I have so attached to it? Why I have to be resentful? Because these emotions just constantly changing. As I mentioned last night, the second point was everything is changing, external emotion, everything, but what does not change is your innate emergent wisdom that is always while we walk, while we talk, while we have emotions, there's always deep down in our mind, behind the scene, always that beautiful uh, absolute pen drop silence of Buddha nature. And I give an example of myself. Sometimes I feel so overwhelmed with emotions and almost no place to escape. And as a Lama, I don't want to take any external drugs or such. I don't even know what drugs. So instead, because when you are suffering and when you have a lot of those emotions, then that's where the Guru's blessing comes. You are able to utilize. Mm. So how good practitioners can be, only you can uh, verify at the time of the difficult circumstances, when the things doesn't go your way, and relationship doesn't go your way, and your career doesn't go your way, and then instead of panic, oh, that's what Buddha taught. External things change, so you are more convinced with your practice rather than opposite. Because if we sometimes, like it's happened to everyone. Sometimes obstacles arise, and I practice Dhamma, but it's not working. I still go through difficulties. But at the same time, we have to remember that we are still in samsara. Samsara, we say samsara is not fear. Well, that is called samsara. And so when we go through these challenges, difficulties, that's where actual practitioner, arise the occasion. And so meditation, meditators, I also always say, like nyamli, it's a practice. Nyamli in Tibetan. Uh, Tibetan nyamli means accept whatever you experience instead of trying to reject. Nyam means different experience of emotions, good, bad, and len means accept. Because when you accept whatever experience you are going through, and then they won't, these emotions not become concrete. They become more transparent, flexible. Meanwhile, you have a chance to rest. So this first pado of birth suggesting do not waste in any time and study, reflect, and practice. Then it continues, making perceptions and mind the path and realize the three kayas. So which means that whatever making perceptions, mind, excuse me, mind the path and realize the three kayas. So basically, what it means is that whatever appears, whatever perception you arise in your mind should transform into three kayas. And you probably read the previous Kalambuche wrote a Mahamudra commentary known as the single sufficient Mahamudra instruction. And in that instruction, talk about when we go through these emotions, the first, when uh, whatever we see, whatever we feel, it's inherently emptiness and beyond perception, that is Dhammakaya. The moment thought arises, it's already empty in nature. That is Dhammakaya. And then while you are resting and you experience all kind of waves of thoughts, and instead of generating anxiety or depression or emotions because you have the sense of emptiness and it all those emotions becomes blissful. So that is considered Sambhogakaya. And then the third is, a lot of us, like people ask questions, how can I empty my mind? And there's no way. There's no way empty your mind. But what you can empty is the fixation. And so when thoughts arise, you're joyfully, you're experiencing bliss and constantly arising. So that does not uh, interrupt your meditation. That is manifestation of Namanikaya. So in a way, as it's taught by Jangakund, the great master, said that we should be so thankful for these emotions, these thoughts, because they are constant reminder of three kayas. And So ultimately, this emotion and thought never arisen in an unborn, that's what we call unborn nature of mind. So for us who are going through stress, this is real, life is real, thought is real for us. But at least if we have that sense of sacred outlook, pure perception, the moment you experiencing these overwhelming emotions and you have this, you can apply that awareness, awareness, reminding that this thoughts in the nature is emptiness, it's dhammakaya, and constantly, experiencing the thoughts, and it's Sambhogakaya because this is a luxury of blissful thoughts. And then instead of working hard to reduce the thoughts, you welcome these thoughts. That is Namanikaya. So that is also applied in this Bardo of birth. Another word like don't waste your time, think about precious human birth, and we don't know what's the lifespan of our life, and before until we die, we should utilize our precious human birth, and then it continues now that for once I have entered the human body, this so this human body, as we always say, a precious human birth. Why we say precious human birth? Because through the blessing of Buddha's teaching and our lineage masters and our gurus, we discovered that within this physical body, there's a jewel, there's a precious primordial wisdom of Buddha nature can be realized. And in order to realize that, we have to also utilize our precious human birth, which means, according to Shantin Deva, when we eat meals, drink or drinks, coffee or whatever. I don't mean to drink because drink sometimes translates into drink and then get drunk. I don't mean that, but drinks or whatever we provide, and the concept motivation is that you know I only give you food to this body. I only give you clothes. I only, offer you drinks because I want to use this body for meaningful way. And That's extremely important. Otherwise, we could use this body in meaningless and a lot of negative actions. And so when we talk about a precious human birth, I'm pretty sure you already know about it. It is mentioned by Shantideva that uh, it takes maybe three aspects to achieve precious human birth. The first is in the past lives we must practice dharma, and we must we must uh, uh, protect the vows of moral discipline. That's the first cause. And the second is we made a lot of uh, aspirations in the past lives, and then finally we must practice the six paramitas. So that's the only way to achieve precious human birth. So when we have this precious human birth, it says, now that for once I have entered a human body, this is not the time to remain in the ways of distraction. So there, we should not waste our human birth. And as I mentioned earlier, also like we sometimes feel like, oh, I already wasted. Maybe it's too late to practice Dhamma seriously. And there was a couple during the time of Milarepa, and elderly couple and very loving individuals. And when they finally met Milarepa, and they were already in in the 70s. Those days, if you are already in 70s, consider very, very old, because the generation, different generation. Nowadays, 70s, most people very quite young and uh, agile, and a lot of life in them. So the point is that they told Milarepa, "Oh no, I'm so sad that I can't practice now. I'm almost, time, almost end of my life." And Milarepa said, "No, you are. Um, it's not too late." And from now on, you practice until you die. You will liberate. And of course, the great master Milarepa was present, and these two this couple devotedly practiced, and then they achieved enlightenment. They were in meditation at the time of death, etc. At the same time, even though Milarepa is not present, but that same practice, that same lineage, that the same Mahamudra lineage and compassion lineage, blessing lineage is transmitted, and uh, it is even more powerful, when there's a lot of emotions. And uh, there is also like a story. I always like to kind of um, teach, apart from the traditional teachings, that meditation is key for practitioners, because nowadays emotion is intense ever, compared to something 30 years ago, because of the technology, and as we say, the world is developing and everything is in like uh, yeah, development. But on the other hand, emotionally is very intensified, and so it is perfect opportunity to practice meditation, and because your emotion is so vivid, the emotion is so strong, and then there's uh, you know great opportunity to equally to to realize or liberate your emotions. And so another word, it's good time to practice meditation. So that is the first Bardo of birth. And when I recollect on this, and this is something our great teacher Khenpo Rinpoche manifested, and he never wasted any time. And when we did a 3 retreat, and Rinpoche's typical, daily schedule is that in the morning, we get up in the early morning. Rinpoche always get up in the morning, and we were actually very lucky that Rinpoche was present and always stayed at Kamalai at the time we did 3 retreat. Excuse me. And so then we, go to breakfast, and uh, then maybe people have questions, answers, and we do that. And then we do puja, morning puja. Rinpoche goes to puja, and then after morning puja, we do our personal practice, and then Rinpoche goes to Lama house. Those of you been to Kamalan, there's a Lama house where Rinpoche spent a lot of time. And what does he do? He was, sewing our clothes. uh, if our robe's little bit, broken, and Rinpoche says, don't waste your time, and I will fix for you. And so he was, one hand, our teacher. On the other hand, he was a provider. He was also pretty much, worked as a servant, and he fixed our clothes and everything what we need in Damaru, whatever. He doesn't want us to waste our time. And then, of course, he gives teaching, and then evening he joins pujas, and so he never really mentioned that how he utilized his time. He never considered his practicing impermanence, but he manifested, he conducted, that he never wasted his time. So here says the um, undistracted, the path of study, reflection, and meditation. Even Rinpoche was so scholarly, so realized. He always read, especially the Chami Rinpoche's teachings, and he always prepares teachings whenever there's teaching will be. And so, he could be the perfect example who doesn't waste time and practice the first Bardo. And then the second Bardo, it continues, Kema. Now, when the Bardo of dreams is dawning upon me, I will abandon the heedless corpse like a sleep of ignorance, and settle the mind in its natural state without distraction. Recognizing dreams, I will retrain in transformation and clear light. I must not simply slumber like an animal, but combine sleep with realization. This is crucial. The second is a Bardo of dream. No, Bardo of sleeping or dreaming. And so generally, for example, myself, sometimes you just to sleep without any preparation or any mindfulness, and then you sleep, how many hours? Some people sleep 8 hours, some people sleep 5 hours, and because you don't have any practice during the sleeping, and all the sleep time is wasted. Especially sometimes we sleep with some worrying or like negative emotions, and then wake up with fear, and then it continues. The circle continues. But as a practitioner, of course, all of these six padus mainly focused on practitioner. And when we sleep, first of all, there are many options of practice. And when we go to sleep, as Rinpoche always say, when he give refuge vow, when you go to bed, and you think that three jewels, Buddha is always blessing you, and like that of a mother taking care of her only her child, and thinking that you will do better practice in tomorrow morning, and whatever you did wrong today, you confess everything. Those are very, very mindfulness practice, so that your sleep state, the moment you go to sleep with that motivation until you wake up, you basically constantly accumulating merit, and that is so valuable instead of accumulating negative karma or wasting time. And then, of course, different level practitioners. Some practitioners visualize your guru, a small size. They say like palm size of your guru. Any color you wish to. Normally, kind of visualize like a very vivid, like a white color at your heart, and not when I say vivid, not like so much light. If you visualize something like so much light, may wake you up, may not able to sleep. Instead of this vivid of rays of compassion and wisdom light, something soothing your mind, and then you supplicate to guru and sleep like that, and maybe in your sleep state, who knows, maybe have some experience of uh, you know excuse me, illusory of your dream, uh, something details practice in three retreat, but sometimes through the blessing of the guru, you may able to rest in your mind. And so at the time of death, it's like dream. You fall asleep and recognize your dream. So it helps to recognize your clear light. And it does explain about recognizing dreams. I will train in transformation in the clear light, which means because you supplicate to Guru and visualize Guru, makes your mind with your Guru, meditate, and then maybe you, uh, instead of totally lost in dreams, maybe you see your dreams are illusory. And recognizing that you are still sleeping and yet dreaming, and then you have a mental power to travel and to see gurus or to go to pure realms, and or remain in clear light. So if you are successful, recognition of dream for several times, it says you will not have fear at the time of battle, or time of death. And it says, I must not simply slumber like an animal, saying that you just don't drop on your bed and sleep, like um, thunder of snoring. uh, don't just drop mindlessly and uh, like animals. I think they just sleep. It doesn't have any concentration. As much as we love animals, and then it says, but combine sleep with realization. This is crucial. So your sleep mixture with your meditation, it is very important. And uh, Khenpo Rinpoche's father, who was also a good practitioner, Rinpoche said he recites the king of the Tantra of Menshiru. He recites that, and then he falls asleep in the middle, and then he wake up and he continue recite. He remembers exactly where he stopped. And Rinpoche said sometimes he sleep with his father, and then he just chant that, and then sleep when they wake up like that. And I personally, someone has a lot of anxiety, and if I just trying to sleep, there's a lot of feelings and a lot of emotions, and then sometimes I mentally recite Vajrasattva, recitation or for purification or Om Mani Padme Hum, and it totally changes your sleep state, because if your sleep state is more positive, when you wake up in the morning, you feel not sad. You don't have much fear. You feel when you wake up, you feel very relaxed, especially very positive. So I think sleep state is very, very, very important. Plus, it's like easy money. I mean, like you sleep like 8 hours, you don't have to do any work. Simply have that motivation and you accumulate merit. It's like you have, and saving money and just constantly making interest. Who doesn't want that? And that's actually very, very important. And supplementing. There are so many, form of practice. I just mentioned three. One is, you know, have positive mind. You can even think of I'm sleeping, and you know, because sleep is one of the uh, aspect to energize your body. So I'm sleeping for the benefit for all sentient beings, because I have to survive. I want to take care of this body in order to practice Dharma. That's a simple method, but it's very beneficial. Or you can recite Om Mani Padme or other mantras while you sleep, not like verbally, but mentally, or think about Genesis. And then, you also can visualize Guru at your heart, as I mentioned, and mix in your mind with him or her, and then, rest in your mind. And then, uh, third is through that, maybe have some recognition of your dream. And if you experience illusory dream, and then either rest in your mind, because that leads you to experience the clear light, or you intentionally uh, want to go to different places to receive teachings, like different pure realms or such. But if that happens, don't talk about, keep with you. If you have some kind of illusory dream, and if you're able to transform your dream and go to like that, just always, it's very, very important. Those keep with you, and be humble. And then third, pado of samadhi, or concentration. So generally, samadhi is Sanskrit, and in Tibetan it's Tingyen Zen. Tingyen means literally silent. There's no any uh, distraction or nothing going on. That is actually referring to our nature. You know, although we feel maybe a lot of emotions on the surface, but uh, in its nature, it's always silent. Then Zen, Tingyin, Zen means uh, basically resting in that nature. And so it says, Chema, now when the Pado of Samadhi is dawning upon me, I will abandon all forms of distraction and delusion and rest in the infinite state that is free of distraction and grasping. So it's about meditation, meditation without grasping, basically. And when we meditate, there are like curse thoughts, like very distracting thoughts, something obvious. And there's also very subtle thoughts that you don't recognize. So all of this should be transformed into meditation. It does abandon. So when we talk about abandon distractions, and uh, there's if we use like expectation, I want to abandon this all distractions may not be the solution, and it may create more more distractions and more emotions. Instead, you we simply rest in our mind. For example, like shamatha. Shamatha. Shama means calm, and tha means abiding. And knowing that the nature of our mind is, as I mentioned earlier, samadhi, tingye, is quiet, innocent, free from any distractions. And then maybe, whatever thought arises doesn't matter, because those thoughts are only uh, rays of light of the sun. And those are just only bubbling little chat on the surface of ocean, and does not change your actual nature. And that's where the confidence of meditation arises. So you are able to witness that you have this primordial wisdom or Buddha nature, does not disturbed by emotions. So then sometimes the great masters say that I enjoy my feast. That feast is the thoughts. When we do puja and we enjoy those thoughts, I mean, the feast, if there's a thought offering, like everybody likes, chips, chocolate, um, all kind of those. So that we just enjoying feast. Nobody, object. Likewise, um, meditators realizing that your actual nature is indestructible, and whatever happens on surface, it seems like I'm repeating again and again, but it's important. Whatever happened on surface, it's just you are kind of watching from distance how uh, beautiful these different thoughts, instead of something so disturbing or something so negative. And so that's why it says, in rest in the infinite state that is free of distraction and grasping. And gaining stability in the two stages, generation and the perfection stage. So that is the tantric practice of shamatha meditation. First, especially the generation stage. So when we visualize deities, and some of them have this mantra, first rest in the emptiness, and then from the emptiness arise the deity. And this is, the feature of the deity is a manifestation of, wisdom. And so when you visualize, you are still, um, if you if we could, we are still able to remain in the nature, yet the quality arise as a deity. And when I had interview with Kamapash group, and I talk about the definition of deity is form of light, and in essence wisdom. So everything you visualize is basically a manifestation of enlightened quality rather than something so concrete, struggling, and and uh, cause distractions. And so, yet, relatively, it is very important, as detailed as we can, as clear as we can, so that, through that visualization, get the accumulation of merit, because relatively we are still in samsara, and making offerings and reciting mantras, all of this to support your recognition of your mind. And once a practitioner able to distinguish between relative truth and ultimate truth, and then like Kemba Rinpoche does, he never discouraged, or like, always ways to get the accumulation of merit. There are these teaching, or giving advice, or himself doing pujas. He loves pujas, and mm, because it is true that some individuals who have been practiced a long time told me that, oh, I've done this puja a long time, I'm tired of doing puja. And I said, wait a minute, no, that's, and we should always take Rinpoche as an example. Rinpoche comes to every puja, and because every puja you do, like Chinese practice, or Amitabha practice, or Mahakala, it doesn't matter. It's all about this generation stage of practice of gathering accumulation of merit, and the completion stage, utilization of your on the mind. So when the practitioner understands the point, and you are more diligent, you are more convinced in pujas, and as Guru Rinpoche said, even your uh, view is high as sky, but your action and behavior should be like as low as um, earth, which means very these small things, offering flower on the shrine, or like sweeping the floor. And I was the happiest person. 'Cause nobody was. My friend is not there. I can say that. A person to clean the bathroom, really, because with respect, mass bathrooms not always that clean, and at times, like some food cause different things. But because Kembu Rinpoche told me that even you clean a bathroom, you are still serving the environment and the activity of Hison Kamapa and means to purify your negative karma. So there's that kind of joy, and it is true. It's everything, as we say, everything is a manifestation of mind. I think it's so real because when you wash dishes, before you wash dishes, it's just the whole sink is full of, oh, it's so much. Once you patiently clean, and that's what I do, wash dishes at home. Not always, but mostly. And, clean, and really you care each items, Trangurumbuchi once said that how you can practice compassion is that you really love every items, including your dirty socks. Don't throw like nothing. Just pick nicely and to just be gentle and washing dishes. I feel like when you wash everything and you feel a sense of purifying negative karma because at the end it's all mental attitude. You can think of, oh, I'm just picking up one dish. It's sentient beings. I'm purifying them and I'm washing them. And so practice is something you can carry through daily. So this is a generation stage. In the completion stage, uh, could be gaining stability in the two stages, generation and perfection. At this time of single-pointed meditation, having given up activity, I must not fall under the sway of affliction and delusion. So, another word, sitting meditation, um, posture, and then your mind is, constantly uh, carried by negative emotions, and that is, opposite of practicing the Bardo of samadhi. So instead, whatever emotion, stress comes up, and welcome them, and simply are aware. Wow, already finished three paddles. So our schedule is 11:30, and the remaining uh, 5 minutes, I would like all of us to do little meditation on those three paddles. I will kind of guide the first paddle. The first paddle meditation would be simply, am I doing what I said to do? I will Kema, now when the paddle of the life is dawning upon me, I will abandon laziness. Are we doing that? Which life has no time. Enter undistracted the path of study, reflection, and meditation. Are we doing that? And then carry these emotions into three kayas. Emotions arise. It's always inherently emptiness, which is Dhammakaya, and all those emotions, uh, when we don't realize it's Dhammakaya, it's painful. Once we realize the nature of it is Dhammakaya, it's blissful, that is Sambhogakaya. And then thoughts and emotions constantly changing arise, and without objecting, blocking them, and uh, same as a feast, is they all arise, dissolve, arise, dissolve. Is Namanikaya. Are we doing that? And then now that for once I have entered the human body, this is not the time to remain in the ways of distraction. So we are committing ourselves and to not to waste our time. And then the second, it's a part of dream. And are we doing some practice before we fall asleep? Make sure our sleep state is positive. Are we practicing of visualizing Guru at our heart, supplicating to him, and mixing our mind with him and fall into sleep? And are we doing the transformation of dreams? So it says, now when the path of dream is dawning upon me, I will abandon all the heats, corpse like sleep of ignorance, and settle the mind in its natural state without distraction. Recognize in dreams, I will train transformation and clear light. I must not simply slumber like an animal, but combine sleep with realization. This is crucial. If we are not doing those, we must do those practices. And then third, when we meditate, we always fight with thoughts. We want to abandon thoughts, abandon thoughts. So instead, it says, now when the path of samadhi is dawning upon me, I will abandon all forms of distraction and delusion and rest in the natural state that is free of distraction and grasping. So, another word, rest in the infinite state of the that's free of distraction and grasping nature. Then no distractions are only surface of our mind, not a core or not a part of the Dhammakaya. Gaining the stability in the true stage, generation and perfection. At this time of single pointed meditation, having given up activity, I must not fall under the sway of afflictions and delusion. Thank goodness that's used for 5 minutes. So let's dedicate the merit of this morning session for the benefit of all sentient beings, especially for the long life of all the great masters. His own come up as long life, Dhamma activity, and remove all the obstacles, and also for the long life of all our lamas and all of you, and good health, and especially those of us who practice Pado, may we able to uh, the dedications on page 31, may we able to um, restart if we don't do those practice, especially sleeping state, and may be able to recognize the pado of birth, pado of dream, and pado of samadhi. So, and also we dedicate this merit for all sentient beings. May there be no wars, no famine, and all this. Especially in the wildfire in Texas. It's very uh, dangerous, and we pray for all of that. O sonande danje zebanye dane nyeba dana banje jega nanje bala druba yezebe zale rawa dora jo jambala yamba jedra jema daganda zamba deya deyen Bidoy ganje jeza dala jege wande dan Tade ngoye sanje gozo nipe zela da chuni menjire dembe zela. Gende meje dembe zela je jedra ngowa mela drojre je bade la meja. Da ganya ya la de je jawa da je ma la za jan ye de zan de za la ge bra yo. Thank you. Now, feast for lunch. See you at empowerment.
Yeah. Did you have? Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. On our normal Sundays, we normally go down to the community room. You're welcome to pop down there for tea and coffee, but we will also be serving lunch to Lama Karma down there, just FYI. So you'll see a table that's formally set, but, please leave that open for Lama Karma and a few other special guests. Thank you.